All right, I'm taking a quick ride on the EcoE e-bike today, and this is just a quick first impressions video. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions about this bike, I myself included. They claim that this is a 50 mile per hour, 60 volt, 32 amp hour battery e-bike, and those are a lot of big claims, especially for the price. This thing costs under 1,200 bucks. After tax and shipping, 1,600 bucks out the door. And I bought it with my own money, really out of curiosity to see if it's as good as they say it is. Now, I got some mixed feelings on this bike already, and I'm going to get out a full review in the future, but I wanted to get something quick out just to answer a lot of questions that are going unanswered from Eco, from their YouTube channel, and from their website, and hopefully I can get the majority of those questions answered in this quick overview video today, and then I'll do a more detailed review video in the future where I go over all of the specs and everything that this bike has to offer. As soon as I get past this stop sign up here, we're going to do a speed test. I don't think I'm allowed to go up to 50 miles per hour on this trail. I don't think the bike's going to do 50 miles per hour either. Now they claim that it did 50 miles per hour with a 110 kilogram weight rider. I guess we're going to see. I've got the bike at a full charge. I'm riding along in pedal assist level 1 right now. The speedometer does appear to be accurate, so that's good. And I'm not using the throttle right now. I'm just using pedal assist level 1, and it's maintaining a very comfortable 14 miles per hour. So after I get up here and stop, we're going to put it to a real speed test and answer whether or not it can do 50 miles per hour. I weigh 200 pounds, so I'm under the weight limit that they tested. I believe 110 kilograms is what they claim. But again, I'll be really impressed if it does 50. I'll be impressed if it breaks 40. Let's put it that way. Okay, so here we go for our speed test. I am gonna put this in dual motor mode, and I'm gonna go right up to pedal assist level 5. Normally, in a full review video, I go through all the pedal assist levels, and I will do that when I do the full review, but today this is just a quick look to answer some quick questions. So here we go. Starting out throttle only. Both wheels are on, so taking off throttle only, pedal assist level 5. Well, we broke 30, 31. 35. Well, it looks like it looks like it's not, the speedometer is not accurate. I'm going to start pedaling now, see if we can get any more out of it. All right, 50 miles per hour. I don't think so. And we got 30 on GPS, like 37 on the speedometer here. That's not accurate at all. So, oh boy. And you notice that I did a slow stop when I did that. This thing has mechanical brakes. I'm pedaling about as hard as I can, and I've hit 31 miles per hour. The speedometer says 39 now. There's a lot of stuff in this bike that they're making claims about that are just not accurate. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to making a video about this thing being like, you know, the poor man's alternative to the wired or Ecells bike, but it's not. Now on to the next question for a lot of people Is this a 60 volt bike? Now take a look at this clip that I recorded last night. All right, I got the battery from the EcoE on a full charge now. As we can see, it's fully charged up. And I'm going to put the voltmeter on here and give this thing a look and see what the voltage reads. So I'm going to unplug the charger now. And I do have the battery turned on over here. And sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so I'm going to plug our voltmeter in here into the positive terminal and tap it over here into the negative, and wah, wah, wah. Definitely not a 60 volt battery. This is a 48 volt battery, because at a full charge, the 48 volt battery should be around, 54.5 to 55 volts. So definitely not a 60 volt battery, and I really doubt that it's a 32 amp hour battery as well. This is probably closer to like a 15 or a 20 amp hour battery. And the final big question, the one for me, was is this a 32 amp hour battery? Well, I started this ride about 3 miles ago, and I have been cooking, but we're down to, 2 battery bars out of 5 on the battery meter, so not looking good there either. There's nothing on the battery to indicate what the battery actually is, but I really don't believe that it's a 32 amp hour battery. I did take it on a short little maintenance ride yesterday, and on that ride I didn't have my phone hooked up here, so I hit 43 on the speedometer, but as we're seeing now, it wasn't an accurate 43. So I've just got one more disappointment after disappointment with this bike. So my plan was to take it on a 15-mile ride today. I don't think it's going to have the battery for that, not at this rate. I mean, I could slow down, but if this were truly a 60 volt, 32 amp hour bike, it would eat 15 miles per hour for breakfast like nothing. I got a pedestrian up here, so I got to slow down. So I sent my list of complaints after that first ride off to EcoE, to their email support last night. I'm going to go down into single motor here too. And I mean, they're basically wanting to work something out with me. I told them that I'm releasing this video tonight. They asked if I could delay the release of the video so that they could fix some of these problems. I said no. So this video is getting published tonight, and it is what it is. Now, if they do anything to fix the problems in the future, that would be great, but I mean, I don't even really know if I want to do a follow-up video on this bike. I think I've seen all I need to see and answered all the questions that I need to answer. I mean, it's basically just failed at everything that it claims that it'll do. Yeah, I'm going to turn around and go back, because I don't trust this battery. And this is a heavy bike. I don't want to pedal it. But now, I think anybody who has watched any of my reviews in the past will notice that I'm pretty generous with my bike reviews. I really don't like to say a lot of bad things. Now, I point out the bad along with the good, but I try to see the value in everything. But this thing has just failed on every point that it has made in its spec sheet on Amazon. It's not a 60 volt bike. I highly doubt that it's a 32 amp hour bike. It won't hit 50 miles per hour. It'll hit a overinflated 40, but that, as we've seen, that's probably closer to about 30 in real world GPS miles. So, I think that I'm only going to find more things with this bike that are not good if I go ahead with the review. I mean, I really don't even want to do a follow-up review video on this bike. I want to send it back. And do I recommend anybody buy it at this point? No. I mean, EcoE, after I sent them my list of complaints on this bike, they've responded and they want to try to make things good. I don't even know if it would be worth it. I'm definitely not going to lie for them. I don't lie in any of my videos, but man, this thing is just, it's cheaply made. Now the bike rides great. It feels comfortable. The handlebars are in a good position. This rear suspension is really, really comfortable. It absorbs pretty much everything. And I do like the ride of the bike. It feels fantastic, but you know, if they're going to straight up lie about the top speed and the voltage rating on the bike and the amp hour of the battery, stuff that is very easily debunked within just a few minutes of anybody that knows about bikes like this, like what else are they lying about? What are they lying about that's hidden that we can't see? And that's where it's just like, I don't know, man. So I had an email exchange with EcoE about this bike, about you know, the problems that I had with it, and I straight up just wanted to return it. They responded. They wanted to make everything right, and I mean, I don't know. I really had high hopes for this bike, but the wind got taken out of my sails pretty quickly. You were the chosen one. You were the one who was going to bring affordability to 60-volt e-bikes. But yeah, we got a big spec sheet with overinflated numbers. I mean, this bike doesn't even come with an owner's manual. The only thing that we have is a video on EcoE's YouTube page or YouTube channel that shows how to put the bike together. And as far as like their website goes, it's a mess. It's you can tell that it's a work in progress. I went to their website like right before I bought this bike, and there was nothing going on there. And now there's just a bunch of like stuff that's in Chinese, and it's just kind of all over the place. So as far as, I don't know, let me know in the comments, should I hang on to this thing and do a follow-up review, or should I just call it done and send it back? The reason that I bought this bike is because I was interested in a 60-volt system, not because of top speed, but because of range. I guess 60-volt bikes are really good at economizing their battery life in comparison to like a lower voltage bike. So that's why I wanted this bike. I mean, I didn't even really care about the front motor on the front hub. I mean, if it gave me a good consistent 20 miles per hour, but would take me on like a 50-mile range, I would have been really happy with that. So, I mean, I've been kind of holding out to look into getting like a wired freedom, or, you know, something from Ecells. Those are like the big two. And I don't want to start feuding in the comments over which one's better. There's a lot of drama involved with that. I'm not interested. I don't want to get involved in that kind of drama. But anyway, those are the bikes that I've been looking at. I've also been looking at the Free Sky Alaska because of the it's a 48-volt system, but the massive battery that you get, it's a dual battery system, but it's just a lot of amp hours there. So I would have been pretty happy to just hold out for another couple $100 and buy that instead of this turd. But anyway, that's my reasoning behind a large amp hour high voltage system bike, is more range and not so much speed. Okay, so based on the numbers that EcoE has given on this bike, and I don't even know if this is like 2,500 watts per motor on each wheel, but based on those numbers, this thing should be like just underneath wired Predator level. Look at how we take off on this thing. The wired Predator will spin both wheels when it takes off. Look at how this thing takes off. I mean, it churned the gravel a little bit on the front wheel, but I'm on crushed gravel here. The wired Predator basically spins out on pavement. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And I apologize if this video is all over the place and not very well edited. I I really just wanted to get a video out to answer as many major questions on this bike as possible, but like I said, time has not been on my side. As far as, you know, the major questions, 60 volt bike, nope. 32 amp hour battery, nope, asterisk, probably not. And, you know, 50 miles per hour, absolutely not. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you next time.